Sister Wives Truth Behind Kody Brown's Flirting with Meri. Lately, Sister Wives patriarch Kody Brown has been sending many mixed signals. Undoubtedly, Kody and Meri seem much happier since they are divorced. When he helps her skip town, they are all giggly and exchange playful banter. While he was pushing Meri Brown to leave for years, when he had to say goodbye, he was full of remorse. But now the truth behind Meri and Kody's awkward flirting scenes has been laid out for fans. Parting is such sweet sorrow for Meri and Kody Brown. In the latest episode of Sister Wives, fans witnessed Kody Brown and Nathan Diltz helping Meri Brown pack up and move to Parowan, UT. Both were in great spirits as they joked about it being their former anniversary. Likewise, Nathan pinned Meri up against Kody and jokingly held her hostage while Kody threatened to punch him. However, all three laughed hysterically until Robin Brown arrived and dampened the mood. Then when Kody stammered through his goodbye, he left Meri more confused than ever, bawling and remorseful for the last 7 years. But now the reason for the flirting and later sobbing has been explained. He wants to stay relevant. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans pointed out that Kody Brown seems to pull any punches to stay relevant. First, a user says, Kody will do anything to stay on TV. Then they add, that conversation with Meri acting sad, what a joke he is. You ignored that woman for years. Hanging off her crying, she was like this MF. The user discusses Kody's sentimental breakdown at the end of their marriage tour. But Meri was beyond confused. Other fans gave their insights, including one who had a licensed psychologist's take on the interactions. Truth behind Kody Brown's flirting with Meri. However, one fan hit the nail on the head. In response to the original poster, they brought up that David and Allison Colarosi, with POPPSYCH, pinpoint Kody Brown's motives. The couple hosts thoughtful conversations led by a licensed psychologist and his wife. When they went through the episode with their feedback, essentially, David Colarosi said that Kody is keeping Meri on the hook. While they assess that some of the interaction was an awkward deflection, by the end David believes it was manipulation. For years, fans of Sister Wives have watched the increasingly complicated and often painful relationship between Kody Brown and his first wife, Meri. From the very beginning of the show, their marriage seemed like a precarious balance of love, duty, and the weight of family expectations. Over time, however, Kody's feelings for Meri have become more strained, and the nature of their relationship has been thrust into the spotlight. Despite the turbulence, there have been moments, fleeting but telling, where Kody's actions toward Meri suggested a lingering affection or even flirtation. This behavior is perplexing to many, especially since the pair has openly admitted to living almost entirely separate lives for years. To understand the truth behind Kody's flirtation with Meri, we must dive into the complex dynamics of their marriage, the role of polygamy in their relationship, and Kody's evolving feelings toward Meri. A marriage once full of promise. Kody and Meri's relationship began with passion and excitement. As the first wife in the Brown family, Meri was not just Kody's partner, but his confidant and the mother of his first children. In the early years, their bond appeared solid. Kody was deeply committed to Meri, and she was dedicated to supporting him and the growing family. However, as Kody expanded his family and added other wives, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, the dynamics of his relationship with Meri began to shift. Meri found herself struggling with the reality of polygamy. The emotional and physical intimacy she once shared with Kody was increasingly diluted by the presence of his other wives. This in turn led to feelings of neglect, loneliness, and confusion for Meri. While Kody appeared to grow closer to his other wives, particularly Robin, whom he shared a more conventional and romantic relationship with, Meri felt increasingly sidelined. This feeling of abandonment led to a profound emotional crisis. But throughout it all, there were glimpses of the past, moments where Kody seemed to rekindle some form of affection for Meri, albeit in an unexpected and often confusing way. The flirtation that defies logic. Many viewers have noticed Kody's occasional flirtatious behavior with Meri, especially when compared to how he interacts with his other wives. These moments are often brief, seemingly innocent, and yet, in the context of their strained marriage, they can feel out of place. Kody's flirtations with Meri seem to come in flashes. A playful comment, a teasing glance, or a light-hearted touch. But what does this flirting really mean? For one, it could be an indication that Kody still values Meri in some way. In the past, Kody has said that while his emotional connection to Meri may have changed, he still cares for her as the mother of his children and as his first wife. In moments when Kody flirts with Meri, it could be his attempt to remind both her and himself of the emotional intimacy that once existed between them. However, it's also important to consider that these moments might be more of a defense mechanism for Kody. After all, in the context of polygamy, there's always a delicate balance between giving each wife enough attention without neglecting the others. Kody might flirt with Meri as a way of easing any tensions between them, a gesture to maintain some semblance of connection without necessarily deepening their emotional bond. But there's a darker interpretation that must be acknowledged. Kody's flirtation could be seen as manipulative. At times, Kody has been accused of stringing Meri along, offering small gestures of affection that could reignite her hopes for their relationship, only to later pull back. It's a psychological dance that leaves Meri confused and emotionally vulnerable. This dynamic has played out in the reality of their polygamous marriage for years, leading to a continual cycle of hope and disappointment. The role of polygamy in their relationship. To truly understand why Kody flirts with Meri, we must also examine the role that polygamy plays in their marriage. Polygamy is often romanticized or misunderstood by outsiders, but the reality is far more complex. For Kody, having multiple wives means balancing emotional and physical connections with each of them, but this can result in feelings of guilt, neglect, and rivalry between wives. In Kody's case, his relationship with Meri has suffered the most. His decision to add additional wives, particularly Robin, drastically altered his emotional priorities. Kody's behavior toward Meri has fluctuated between cold indifference and moments of attention. The flirtation may be a way for Kody to fulfill an unspoken expectation within the family dynamic, to not completely abandon his first wife. In the world of polygamy, where family ties are intertwined with religious beliefs, Kody's flirtation could be a way of appeasing Meri while avoiding the stigma of leaving her emotionally neglected. For Meri, the flirtation represents a bittersweet reminder of the past. It taps into her deep-seated longing for the closeness they once shared. While she may be aware that Kody's feelings have changed, there is a part of her that still clings to the hope of rekindling their once thriving bond. This internal conflict fuels her desire for validation, something Kody's occasional flirtation, however fleeting, provides. It's a complicated emotional landscape where both Kody and Meri are stuck in a loop of affection and rejection. Kody's changing feelings. Kody's flirtations with Meri could also indicate a deeper struggle within himself. As the patriarch of a plural family, Kody is faced with an overwhelming amount of responsibility. He must juggle the emotional needs of 4 women while keeping a fragile peace between them. This pressure often leads him to focus on the wives who make him feel the most fulfilled, like Robin, while neglecting those who challenge him emotionally, like Meri. Yet there are moments where Kody seems to long for the uncomplicated bond he once had with Meri. Perhaps the flirtation serves as a way for him to briefly recapture a simpler time before the emotional complications of polygamy took hold. These small acts of flirtation might offer Kody a fleeting sense of comfort, a reminder of the deep connection he once shared with Meri. However, these moments are often followed by emotional distance, making it clear that Kody's feelings for Meri are no longer what they once were. His flirtations seem less about rekindling a romance and more about managing the delicate balance of their relationship within the context of polygamy. Conclusion: a complex emotional landscape. The truth behind Kody Brown's flirtation with Meri is far from simple. It's a reflection of the complex, often contradictory nature of their relationship. On one hand, the flirtation could be seen as a remnant of the love they once shared, a way for Kody to provide Meri with small moments of affection without deepening their emotional bond.